Good morning, folks. Welcome back to another Mad Cap report, where we're going to be talking about a recent trend that was booming from last week. This is an article that's going to cover this trend. This was published by Newsweek under Emma Nolan, and this article definitely sprang up as soon as the trend happened. So this was published on August 5th, and it is tackling reasons why Gina Carano is being canceled out by this party or by Twitter users, mostly the woke crowd, excuse me, who have been pushing the trend. Gina Carano is canceled, or Gina Carano is over, and this is pretty much a result of a photo. Now, if you guys don't know Gina Carano, she was a mixed martial arts fighter and champion turned actress in a few projects. She was the lead in Haywire, directed by Steven Soderbergh. She even played the sub-antagonist in Deadpool, and recently she was playing Cara Dune in the launched Star Wars spin-off series Mandalorian as part of Disney Plus. For any subscribers to Disney Plus, I mean, you're welcome to watch that show if you're curious. Um, now, so the issue with this Gina Carano's over party that's been going on is she's been called a racist and a bootlicker over a photo of what I wouldn't really call controversial, but it seems to be controversial to the woke crowd. It seems that anything that's relating to Nazism or fascism, you're already on the other side of the barrel, as the woke crowd is just firing shit at you. Um, so yeah, we're just gonna read through this. So you already know the basis here, so we're gonna go on further. She later posted an article about the photo, writing heartbreaking and powerful story of a man who changed his way for the woman he loved. Love changes the world, one person at a time. So this is in context to the photo that she's referring to. So the photo was pretty much just a black and white historical photo um, of a Nazi party in full salute and in parade. And there was just one man in that photo within the crowd who is not doing the Nazi salute, who's not partaking in this whole movement. And now I'm not sure how that's controversial to people, but it seems that because the surrounding element of that photo is just Nazis, then it has pretty much just caught on fire by some people. But most importantly, the issue with the article, the issue with the photo, it's not just the Nazi salute. It's just it just reflects pretty much her views on things, which I understand because even I am not of a political mindset. I just like to make these videos just to catch bullshit of the woke crowd nowadays, and SJW and leftist media has been making asses out of themselves. But anyways, so her view with the photo is just that regarding Black Lives Matters, the movements that sprung up in Portland, Seattle, and I believe Chicago's on the list. She refuses to take part in any of these movements because mostly just the fallacies behind BLM. Like I made a video about the Hollywood Initiative launched by Michael B. Jordan, in how he's trying to comment on that there's so much racism, so much hardship for a lot of black creatives and black individuals seeking careers in Hollywood, and that Hollywood careers for certain black folks, for certain black talent, have been canceled out by the powers of white Hollywood over the years. And I made a whole video on that, so you're welcome to take a look at it. But frankly, she's just not really adhering to these movements because there are fallacies within their rhetorics. and pretty much their activities um, within the Black Lives Matters movements, especially the earlier days when this blew up again with the George Floyd shooting. Uh, you know, these movements are looting stores and businesses have been under closure due to COVID, and who knows if any houses or residences have been in the middle of their parties to loot or raid. But frankly, frankly, she's been just catching fire. So to continue, on August 4th, Carano tweeted, "In my experience, okay, so Carano's tweet in response to one excuse me, this was under a username Chloe at Gina Carano. I'm assuming she's like a Disney Star Wars fan or just a Star Wars fan girl. Um, where Carano accused many of the people who are following these movements trolls, and Chloe's trying to correct her. These aren't trolls. These are people trying to educate you so you can get on the right side of history. Okay, what is the right side of history? I mean, yeah, we had like a lot of bad things happen in our history, and we always just push forward to a form of progression that seems justified and rightfully so. Speaking of our nation, um, and how these people are trying to educate you is just indoctrinate you into systematic racisms, powers in systems that display racist rhetoric or biases. Um, we're not really much. We're not really much like analytical or research per se. They just trying to argue from emotion for the most of the time. Like if you disagree with them on certain things, especially within media, you are labeled a Nazi, a troll, an incel, a bigot, uh, a sexist, and so on. So, so you can get on the right side of history. Well, they really haven't proved much of a point. I don't see what points they're making in terms of going for the right side of history, trying to promote the right side of history. Um, when frankly, uh, we're still at a political divide, and things are even worse now because COVID-19 has like changed everything, and we could be looking at still a continuous economic crash within our country. And then Gina Carano retweeted back to this user. In my experience, screaming at someone that they are a racist when they are indeed not a racist or any posts and or research you do will show you those exact facts. I'm sorry, these people are not educators, they're cowards and bullies. And that's rightfully said. These people do not care about, whoops, these people do not care about having having to sit down and make rational discussions. It's all about just ad hominems, straw men, and and yeah, for certain people, like against males, just misogyny, or even or even if women aren't speaking for these political groups, they don't include them into the party. They include them as part of their problem. Um, but yeah, then I'm sorry, these people are not educators. They are cowards and bullies. Yes, they do. They are cowards. They hide pretty much. When they're just on Twitter, they will just find whatever is controversial, and they will just point the finger and Bible burn whatever that is associated with. Okay. Um. And yeah, let's see here. So this came after she posted a black and white photo, which seemed to spur on a slew of tweets targeting the actress. One Twitter user defending Carano wrote, "Gina Carano is being bullied and harassed by SJW trolls. They are calling her racist bootlicker and demanding she says ACAB or Black Lives Matters to prove she's not racist." So having the name of said ongoing movements now can only deviate you from the racist label. That's such an asinine thing. I mean, even if you're not, even if you don't want to promote this movie, they are demanding you to have the label in some ways to prove that you are relevant to them. That's such a bizarre thought. Gina is having none of it, calling them cowards, trying to bully her off social media. Yes. They added sharing screenshots of tweets targeting Carano, bots accounts harassing Gina Carano will post the same message within 1 minute of each other. Matching profiles with she, her, BOM, ACAB bios. They changed the name and layout, actual proof of someone using bots to bully a female Star Wars actress. However, many accused Carano of blocking accounts that support the Black Lives Matters movements. Well, if there are bots involved, then yeah, most likely she will cancel them out because you will have probably like the same name or avatar pop up in your in your Twitter network. Because I have a bot that's just a Yoda bot that just repeats Yoda quotes. I mean, it's not very harmful, but it's just it is what it is based on what I said. One user wrote, "Unfollow Gina Carano. She blocks people for saying BLM and has a defense squad of neoliberals and right-wing assholes. Not my Cara Dune. Hashtag Gina Carano is over party." Others are claiming that they are trying to educate Carano with one person tweeting. No, they are not. They are arguing for emotion and using whatever power their way to attack Gina Carano. Carano responded to say that those tweeting her are not educators, but bullies and cowards. Correct. However, Carano appears to be unfazed by the attention and addressed the trolls in a tweet yesterday, saying a photo taking the trash itself out, or the trash took itself out, writing, "Dear trolls." Oh, but to make sure you're keeping in from all of your other 12 fake accounts. Cowards. Um, News Newsweek has reached out to Carano's representatives for comments. So yeah, you're welcome to find a photo she posted. You're welcome to look into further detail. So pretty much like this article, this whole movement is just again, it's part of the whole cancel culture that's been going on. I mean, I recall that there was a cancel movement with Adam Driver because he just served in the military, doing a, did a public performed a public service for our country, and then went on to become a big name actor with Star Wars and other projects. And so, yeah, this is no different from any other council movement trend. And oh wow, she looks really gorgeous. And yeah, that's the thing I'll say about Carano. She's not putting herself in the feminist angle. And as far as herself, she's a pretty sexually attractive actress and fighter too, because yeah, I mean, I made a big deal about the Abby character in Last of Us Part Two, who is obviously overtly masculine. There's no feminine charm or qualities to her, while having to do years of mixed martial arts, and she still continues to stay in shape. She looks hella good. But yeah, so this whole movement is pretty much just it pretty much just fits what Gia Carano has been stating, that with the whole Nazi photo she posted, which is not remotely Nazi to her political views, it's just her just at inserting herself as that one man, just staying away from these political movements. The SJW crowd is proving to be no better than the Nazi crowd. I'm just gonna leave it there, but thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Madcap Productions, and I will post more reports along the way. And thank you for tuning in. And tell me what you guys think about this article.